Fruition Product Supply Incorporated is responsible for getting fresh fruit and packaging it in various ways to be delivered to a wholesaler. This includes canning, freezing, and dehydrating different fruits. The executive team of Fruition Supply Product is meeting to discuss company policies for the next calendar year. The policies to be discussed are social media use and department budgets due to excessive spending on internal and external gifts and/or outings. In this conversation, the different personality types are demonstrated through our four different executive team members. First, our president, Versatile Veronica. Our second, our chief people officer, Participative Patty. Third, our chief financial officer, Traditional TJ. And last but not least, our chief marketing officer and individualistic Ian.
Thank you all for joining us today. We are going to be discussing two company policies for the next calendar year. Let's start with social media use during work hours.
Thank you, Veronica. I have noticed that our productivity has started to decrease amongst the company. We can work together to figure out why this is and how to resolve it.
I believe cyberloafing is to blame. It can cause a major distraction in the workplace, which cuts productivity.
I understand the concern of cyberloafing, but social media makes up a substantial portion of our marketing communications. It is essential for the marketing team to have access to social media.
I understand all of your points. For the marketing team, I expect that all social media use is for advertising and getting our company out there. Please just make sure your team is using that time effectively and that it won't be affecting their productivity.
It would be a good idea to have a set of guidelines for social media use to help cut down on cyberloafing.
I can send a reminder that reinforces the guidelines on social media use and how it should be limited in the workplace outside of work requirements. Additionally, refer the associates to the company's policy and procedures. However, it is a good way for our employees to interact with one another and form working relationships.
Our marketing team uses social media for operations as well as to track our competition. We need to keep our content fresh and stay on top of our competitors.
I think our final decision is that our employees can use social media during work time as long as it is used for a break and is within reason. I ask that each of you keep an eye on your employees' productivity. We do not want to take away the freedom of any of our employees. If you find that it is becoming a problem, we will revisit this conversation. Thank you all for your feedback on this. Our next topic of discussion is budgets for each team, which includes company-sponsored events and team-building activities.
After reviewing the budget for this year, we have gone way over and need to stick to what was agreed upon at the beginning of the year. We should not be overspending on internal company gatherings and offsite team activities. The budget is in place for a reason.
Investments towards team bonding are crucial for the marketing team. Team activities help us brainstorm and generate new and powerful ideas.
Ian, if you read the budget report, you would see that spending this money on these events takes away from other important budgets for the company. The numbers are there, and they show that we're going too far with this.
I understand all of your points. Team building exercises are a great way to increase employee morale and create stronger teams. We will set a budget for each team based on the number of employees they have, and this money can be used for team building exercises and other things to promote the culture within your teams. For example, more money will be allocated in this budget for the human resources team as they have 20 people versus the finance team which has 5 people. We need to ensure that we stick to these budgets but don't sacrifice team bonding in the process. We can always have another meeting to discuss ideas for the future. Thank you for coming to this meeting, and please let me know if you have any questions or concerns.
If you couldn't already tell from the introduction of the executive team members, each one has a distinct personality type. These personality types are shown through their responses to a given prompt. For example, our CPO was participative. She was very understanding of the value at hand, but always encouraged interaction between teams and employees. Our CFO was traditional. He was very much straight to the point and by the book. He did not want to differ from what was supposed to be done. Our CMO was individualistic. He wanted to freely express himself no matter what the topic was. He didn't want anything to hold him back, especially money in this case. And last but not least, our president was versatile. She was a mix of all three personality types. She took everything everyone was saying into consideration when making a decision based on the topic. She remained level headed and brought the discussion back in towards the end. In the end, the team was able to come together and make some decisions despite their differences. This is crucial when collaborating with others, as nothing would get done if others couldn't work together. It is also important to understand how to work with others with different personality types. The president was able to work with what was thrown her way and incorporate everyone's input while making the final decision.